Hello, everyone. My name is Edward, and I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about me. So, there's a lot of times that I've been told you can't do it, you're not good enough, you're not going to graduate, just stop. And I want to discuss that a little bit more about it. So, back and everything started, at least for me in elementary, I flunked the second grade. I struggle a lot with my language barrier. I'm a Spanish speaker, and that was my first language. Every time I spoke, I tried to speak in English. I always had trouble. People were making fun of me. They called me nicknames. They were trying to teach me the words in English, and the first words you always learn when you're trying to speak a new language, at least in my experience, are the bad words. So that was a lot of things that were always told to me. And when I tried to speak other words, they would always make fun of me. I was always getting made fun of. I'm first generation as well, so I'm the oldest in my family. So it was really really hard because I couldn't really talk to anyone, talk to a cousin or any one of my like close family members in English because I was the first one. And when I flunked the second grade, I felt really, really bad. I did not know what to do. I cried, but I was like, okay, you know what? I mean, I'm going to do what I can. And luckily, I was able to get a good teacher who taught me really well and move on. And I was able to surpass that. But when I got to middle school, there was a teacher who pretty much changed my life because it was an English class. We needed to write an essay. I started writing an essay, and I expressed how I felt, and I thought I did the best paper that I can possibly do. But unfortunately, when I turned my paper and he got it, it was a he, and he actually called me. He's like, Edward Rugerio, can you please come? I was like, yeah, yeah. I was like, okay. He's more gonna say I did an awesome paper, right? And no, it was complete opposite. So he told me, "Did you wrote this?" I was like, "Yeah." And he told me, "This is trash." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "You cannot understand. I cannot understand what you're saying." And that day he broke me. He broke me. He made me doubt myself a lot. I I did not know. Every time I write papers, every time I read now, I mentally like I'm not okay on that. Like it makes me wonder all the time if I'm good enough, if I'm not capable of doing it. To this day, I'm really scared to share my paper, give someone my essay, give someone my work to see if that's okay. Um, from that point on, I decided to focus myself in a different direction. So I tried to crack numbers. I was really good in math, and that was always my good to go. But so yeah, when that middle school hit, that teacher just changed a lot about me, and I couldn't believe how someone can be so cruel and tell you all that kind of stuff, and pretty much can change and affect your life. But I decided to tell him in my head, litigation nation, and I was like, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna, I'm just gonna walk away. I shaked off my tears, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep going. And he also told me like, you're not gonna graduate like more than middle school. And I was like, litigation nation. And then I was like, I'm gonna go to high school. I'm gonna go. I went, and in high school, when it was time to write personal statements for college, I was really, really, really scared. I was like, teachers at the time were like, "Well, you have to share. Let me see. Let me correct. Let me see how you're doing and everything." I was really intimidated. I was really, really scared, and it was really, really hard. It was really, really hard. I was pushed to my limits. Um, I felt that I wasn't good enough to write a simple paper, like express how I feel, like express how my life, it has been really different compared to other students. And, when you write a personal statement to colleges, you need to explain why should we choose you instead of another person, you know. And that was my first thing that I thought that what makes me different. And I talked about all my experience. I talked about all the difficulties that happened in my life. I talked to them about also my issue running my first LA marathon in middle school. And there was a lot of times that people would tell me it's too much, don't do it, just give up. And I was like, what? No, I'm not gonna give up. So I was like, you know what? When they mentioned the marathon, who wants to participate, I was like, hey, count me in. So I did it. There was times that we needed to be super early at school because the races were really early in the morning. So I did my best and I tried to make sure to be there on time and run every race. I was part of a student run LA program, and it was super super fantastic. It helped me realize a lot and to my limits. And there's really no limits, you know. Like anything that you can do, anything that you want, you can do it, you know. Even though right now I'm still struggling to this day. I am 28 years old, and I'm still struggling to write a good essay paper, you know, because of what one person told me in the back. And I'm trying to push myself to not give up, you know, keep writing what essays, emails, even emails sometimes make it really difficult for me. When I got to college and they told me, well, you can email your professors and see what you can do. Like it was super difficult for me to like to just send a simple email to someone, you know. And when I gave my paper for someone to correct, and they did a lot of like, you know, you can add this, you can add that. Even though it was a great feedback and it wasn't like a bad feedback, like it took me a lot to understand that they are doing, they're trying to give me feedback to improve and not crush me like that teacher did in middle school. And when I was in high school, there was a lot of times where I just wanted to give up just because I felt that I needed to start working, to not to help my family out. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start working. But you know, I decided to be like, you know, I want to go to college. I wanna do better. You know, I want to get out of my community. I wanna show that I could do it. Que si se puede, and I want to prove to myself that I could do it, you know? And that's one of the hardest things to do. Sometimes you do get depressed, sometimes you do get sad. Um, I went to college. I started at Sac State. I unfortunately messed up, and I went to a community college, Sac City, and I continued my path. I didn't want to stop my education. I know that if I messed up, I can get back up in my feet and continue going. And there was a lot of people who supported me. There was a lot of people who told me I can do it, I can keep doing it. And there was other people who were like, "You failed, you know, like you're not gonna do it." Um, I don't know. It's hard to explain how much I felt that I failed when I got kicked out from Sac State and pretty much needed to go to Sac City. I felt like I failed in every single thing possible, but I didn't stop. I didn't stop. I continued going to Sac City. I continued going to take being a part time, and but I still kept going. I still kept going, and then I found my passion, and helping people. You know, helping, trying to have other individuals like me not go through the same thing I went through. You know, I was good in math, so when there was an opportunity to teach people like me in my community or similar to me, I did it. You know, I did Breakthrough. Breakthrough Sacramento was one of the biggest things that helped me realize that I'm capable of doing a lot of things. You know, I was lost. I did not know, like, I know I wanted to do something with my career, but I did not know where to go. And that opened me a lot of doors. When I taught the first summer, it was really, really awesome. I was able to know how much I can give to my community. And when I was teaching and I was showing people math, my students loved me, you know. And well, I think they loved me, you know. They enjoyed my class, at least that's what they said. And I did it for 2 summers. And after that, I was part of College Track. College Track was an amazing program that helped me also help the community like myself. And I was really, really excited. Um, I also found out that my passion overall, even though it's helping the community and being trying to show them and give them everything that I can. It's to start my own business. I want to start my own business. I want to finish Sac State. This year I finished Sac City. I got my AA in accounting, and I just got recently accepted to Sac State, and I'm gonna graduate. Keep going. I'm not gonna stop there. Like if I messed up before, you have to learn from your mistakes. You have to learn for what you did wrong, and to not continue that path. I try every day to not do the same mistakes I did once before. I continue learning a lot of things in my life. Right now, I'm trying to put myself together, trying to make sure that I get things done and keep going, to not give up, even though there's a lot of trauma in my childhood where that teacher impacted me a lot and feel insecure about myself a lot in academically. I tell you right now that if it wasn't because of that teacher, I also probably wouldn't be as strong as I am today. That teacher, I just don't know why people will decide to graduate and get their credentials and go teach in a community that you don't like you don't know how much it can affect and to someone in their life. And I just want to share that story. I want to share you guys and tell you guys that there's going to be people out there that's going to try to people hunt you down, tell you stuff that you can't do it, that you can't make it, that you're not good enough. There's going to be a lot of haters. People, they're going to see you and they think that you're okay, and they'll see you smiling, but they don't know what you've been through. They don't know what's going on in your life. They don't know what's going on through, like, what you've been through like from every single step of the way until now. And you just keep going. Prove to yourself that you can do it. Prove yourself that nothing can stop you. Prove to yourself that you're gonna get it done. And right now, I'm wanting to let you know that I am fighting my own battles right now. I am trying to understand where in my life I can become or do a lot of things better. I want to tell you guys that don't give up. It's really hard. It's really easy to sometimes when people tell you just just ignore them. You can do it. It's really hard to sometimes move on or to be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it. There's gonna be days that you're gonna struggle, that you're gonna just wanna cry in bed, that you're just gonna keep it in and not wanting to share it to anyone, and thinking, am I really that? Am I really not good enough? Am I really not capable of doing it? Am I really that dumb? Am I really that stupid? And you're not. And sometimes we forget what our main goal is. Sometimes we forget what are we capable of doing. Sometimes we lose track. Sometimes we don't know if what we're doing is correct or wrong. And what I'm trying to say here is that just keep pushing. Don't give up. And if someone tells you you can't do it, litigation nation, people. Litigation nation, because you can do it. You can always do it. And if you feel that it's the end, that you're not going to be able to do it, think about all the bad days you've been having. You have not gotten a bad day and not lived through it. You're able to do it right now. I'm currently going back to Sac State. I'm going to do my best and I'm going to accomplish to get my degree. And it doesn't matter if it takes me at least 2 more years, I'm going to get that degree. I'm going to get that degree and I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to start doing my accounting business to help people from our community.